Steve, give us the assessment of that one.
Well, sometimes you can pick formations and dive into tactics and really look at for all sorts of excuses. Today, simply, we were beaten by a far better team than we were on the day, and we can't deny that. You know, we've got to be honest enough to know that that is arguably, you know, apart from the obvious ones in this division that we know about, the Chelseas and your Man U's and your Man Cities of this world, they are easily the best side we've played against, and you can see why they've got the recognition. You can see why they're up at the top end of the table, and they've got some very talented and gifted footballers and made life very difficult for us. And I was pleased the way we stuck at it, second half in particular. It would be nice to win the second half, but the first half performance by them was just simply too good for us.
Were your players not at it?
It's easy to say you're not at. Nobody wants to go out and perform like we didn't.
Yeah.
Like we didn't hit the levels of what we've been, and that's the 11th game in, and it's arguably the biggest doing that we've had. So sometimes you have to hold your hands up and say, listen, we haven't played well today, but you have to hold your hands up also and say the opposition was simply too good for us on the day.
Yeah, you did say before the game a couple of times
I've warned
in the
players.
week. Yeah.
I've warned the players all week that I'd seen them 3-4 times, and they've just got this. They've got a youth. They've got an energy about them. They're very confident, and of course, they've brought some top players here over the last couple of years. So we've had a difficult afternoon. It's now how we react. We've had a first real beating. Yeah. How we react and how we come back is vitally important.
Having said that, did they surprise you with their quality?
No.
Oh, right.
No. I think I've warned you all week that they're a really good side, and when a club of this size has got 3 people in the England squad, it tells you of which way they're going.
I accept what you say about systems, but you did change the system today and then changed it at half time.
Well, obviously, I wish I'd have gone the other way to start with.
Yeah.
Whether that would have made a difference, we could argue with that. The second half we drew it, but we had to stop the momentum, and playing a flat back 4 suited us better. You have to say that on the day, but there you go. A couple of weeks ago at Tottenham, changed the system and everybody's hailing you, but today, you can say, you've got to hold your hand up and say, maybe I picked the wrong system.
Yeah. It wasn't a criticism. It was just.
No. You have to accept it.
It was.
When you get beat like that.
Yeah.
When you get beat like that, you accept every criticism that's thrown your way.
It wasn't really a criticism. I just wondered whether you thought, I wish I'd gone 4-4 too.
Yeah. Now I do. Yeah. Now I do.
Yeah. I know. That's the benefit of hindsight. What positives do you take out of it? What do you think? Yeah. Well, that worked, or he impressed, or whatever.
The way they stuck at it was the only positive, because if we hadn't have done the second half, then we could have been for a right hiding.
Yeah.
The second half, they rolled up their sleeves, and there was a chance when Sagbo looked as if he's pulled back, running through on goal. That might have been a little bit different, but now you have to, in my experience with it, take your beating, move on, learn from it, and say that they are a really good side, and that's what we'll aspire to.
The goal from Sagbo, he's showing he's of this level, isn't he?
Well, he's done very well. He's adapted very quickly. He had an awful start, as we know, with what happened to him against Norwich. But in the last 3 games now, he scored. So he's got 2 goals away from home now. So he's proved that he can play at this level. The big thing for all of us now is we're only a quarter of the way through. Winter's upon us. We've got, after this break, then the real crunch part of the season's coming up for me, because we've got such an amount of games coming up in a short period of time. Roll our sleeves up, dust ourselves down, and have a look at it and go again.
Just check on Robbie Brady not in the squad today. What's the latest there?
I'm sure now we hope that he's going to be obviously ready for a couple of weeks' time, and let's hope so, because we've lost Robbie, and we've lost the goalkeeper, and we've lost Aluko. So let's hope we can get Robbie back.
Anything out of today that would worry you?
No, not at the moment.